Your son can't be drowned by the sound of guns, or just watch your tragic times through a satellite dish. The least that we can give you is an anthem like.
Yeah,
So you'd be there all day, wouldn't you?
can I just say thank you for such a brilliant question, because that's what Speaker's Corner should be about, is debate like this. Now, to answer that, Bob the Destroyer doesn't do that. What Bob does
No, he does. I've had a few conversations.
is come here and speak over anyone he doesn't like. And when that's not even working, what he will do then will insult you to your face. 4 weeks ago, I think it was Mo that he insulted Mo's religion, and Mo, I think, tried to hit him or something. Do you remember
Stuck
that?
his foot with an umbrella.
Well, yeah, it's about a month ago. So Bob the Destroyer is not here with his massive voice to have formal debate and discussion. He uses his massive voice to override other human beings with their different opinions. All I did was use Bob the Destroyer's technique against him. Unfortunately for Bob, he hasn't got the loudest voice in this car. Who do you think does have the loudest voice in this car? I have the loudest voice in this car. Apart from that, there's that the Texan Christian. He is the champion.
I'll tell you this, I respectfully disagree with you, because I've had 3 separate conversations with Bob, none of which we've agreed on almost anything. But in every scenario, we've been able to have a productive, progressive, structured conversation. Because I didn't talk over him and he didn't talk over me. He did say a few things that you might even construe as rude if you watch the video.
Yeah.
You know? He assumed my religion, he assumed my ethnic identity, but I didn't hold it against him, and we had a constructive debate, even though we hold almost diametrically opposing views.
Yeah.
What I'm asking you is, you weren't able to do that.
I wasn't
Because
trying to do that.
Bob, yeah, he
wasn't trying to do that.
Bob, he's there to have a discussion. If you even go against, if you watch his videos, you see him talking to a lot of the Muslims in the park, people that you know he has diametrically opposing views with, yet he's still able, in most of them, to have constructive debates with them.
Well,
I've seen him raise his voice as a tactical, as a debate tactic
to overrule.
No, to keep it on the level ground. Do you know what I mean? Because
Absolutely
what
not.
I've found from first-hand experience of conversation with the guy
Yeah.
is that if you show him the courtesy of listening to him, he'll show you the same courtesy. That's what I've found.
That's what you found. Reality has contradicted
No, it
your
hasn't. It hasn't.
assessment of it.
It hasn't.
I literally.
I'll give you 2 references of videos. You can go and watch them.
As I said, he got he thought it was brilliant that he gets people addicted in this car for having a different. It's on YouTube for about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Who did he have a victim?
I think it was, I can't remember, but he got a Mo. I think it was some Mo. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a Muslim, and he Bob the Destroyer insulted his, because he was losing the argument with Mr. Destroyer, and so he went, your God is a piece of shit. Literally just out of nowhere, just went like that. And of course the other gentleman, whoever it was, just went, you're like that, because that's Bob the Destroyer. If he can't win with a louder voice, if he can't win for being more fanatical, then he uses foul and disgusting attack on someone's religion.
Let's look at the example.
Bob the Destroyer.
Let's look at the example that you've given. I wasn't there. I didn't even see
It's on
the footage.
YouTube.
You said that Bob was losing the debate,
Yeah.
and he insulted the guy's religion, and the
God.
guy wanted to respond with physical violence. So who's in violation of Speaker Corner's rules there? Bob was within his right to speak against the guy's religion. This is a place where freedom of speech is sanctified. If you want to talk against another doctrine, you're not impeded from doing that by the law, by the police, by anyone. However, violence against another based on the fact that you don't like their speech, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So who was wrong in that scenario with Bob and Mo?
Both were wrong.
No, Bob was within his
Both
rights of
were
freedom
wrong.
of speech.
Freedom of speech
Because you
isn't hate.
No, this is what you're
Freedom
doing.
of speech is not
This
hate
is what you're
and
doing.
never will be
This
hate.
is what you're doing.
And Speak Corner isn't a hate speech area and should never be.
Who defines the hate?
Deliberately insulting someone just because you're losing the
Isn't
argument.
free speech, isn't the important bit of free speech around about the time when it comes to hate?
He uses that technique constantly. It wasn't a one-off. Yeah, one-offs. We all get a bit angry and lose our shit. I do that. You do that. But he and that other lady who drilled the holes in the Quran, Atu, they come here deliberately to try and become martyrs. Speaker's Corner isn't for their ego, just so that they can get attacked and then get more YouTube hits and make sure that Tommy Robinson comes here. That is the mob. It isn't mob's corner. It is Speaker's Corner. Yeah, we could say that Bob the Destroyer lost his shit that day and said something stupid. But yeah, it's not a one-off. It's a constant, repetitive action designed and planned before coming to Speaker's Corner with the sole aim of trying to radicalise the people they don't like. So once you radicalise people you don't like, then they're seen as the hate, and then the police can be
Well, listen, what you're doing is you're characterising a man's views based on a limited perspective that you have of him. Bob, if you've watched Bob's video, and I'm not here to defend the guy, let me make this perfectly clear. I'm not a Christian, and I've had several debates with Bob where I've vehemently disagreed with him, so I'm not here to defend him. But
How long have you known Bob for?
Can I finish? What I'm saying to you is this, yeah. I've spoken out. I've said to Bob in a personal one-on-one discussion that I don't agree with you directing your preaching towards the Muslims and categorizing the bad things done by bad Muslims as motivated by their religion. I don't agree with that. But if you listen to his rhetoric, what the guy's talking about he's not saying that the Muslim people are bad. He's saying that the doctrine, the ideology is bad. He's not here on a racial basis. He's not here to criticize Muslims.
Long live Gaza.
All you see is war every time you turn your head at night. There's bloodshed on the floor.